Hello, friends. Josh Ayen joined alongside the new head boys basketball coach at North Central High School, Jason Gardner. Jason, thanks for joining us today. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Well, Jason, how does it feel for you being back at your alma mater and being the head coach at a program that you played a huge role in developing as Mr. Basketball winner, as a state title? Just how does it feel to be back at your alma mater?
It's amazing. I just remember being a kid and going to those games, and I remember, they have two courts upstairs, and so I remember my brother playing games, and I remember going upstairs and going against, the two other middle schools, Northview and Eastwood. It'd be a couple kids from there, or people would talk during the week about meeting up there, playing games, and so just kind of looking back at those days, the friendships that we built, and being back home, and just kind of all the love and support that I got through all the social media outlets, through the text messages. I mean, it's just it's been a great feeling.
That's awesome. Could you walk us through that timeline? Obviously, you're taking over for the North Central predecessor, Brian Hahn. Could you walk us through that timeline of when Coach Hahn stepped down for the position and what that process was like for you going through that job interview?
Um, it was kind of, again, I'm a Washington Township kid, so having the opportunity that, I always thought that obviously two jobs I always dreamed about having was Arizona and North Central. I mean, two places that I spent 4 years at that, love the fans, love the community, the runs that we had, the hard sweat and blood that we had on that court. So, to have that opportunity, I was excited about it. A couple guys, a couple of former teammates who reached out, was like going for it. And so again, when it opened up, I know Coach Hahn, I know he's a really good coach. But, again, I definitely was excited about the opportunity because, it's just things that they have there that, it just brings back a lot of memories.
Of course, this is not your first stop at the high school level. You did have some experience over at Cathedral High School. Then, of course, you went over to Loyola, Chicago, Memphis, and then your last stop over at IUPUI as the head coach. What did you learn from each of those stops, and how has that shaped your overall coaching philosophy?
Coach Fagan is still, he's still a big mentor of mine. When I first got into the business, and just kind of see how detailed he was, at the high school level, and kind of his practices, his workouts. So that was kind of my first, year of really kind of getting into coaching. And then going to Porter Moser over at Loyola Chicago. His big mentor was Rick Majerus. And so just kind of how he prepared for, games, how he made adjustments during timeouts, how he made adjustments before the games, how he made adjustments at halftime. And he just, his mind was always just going and just always trying to figure out what's the next step, how can we get an advantage to win, and what's their strengths and weaknesses. And then, I go over to Memphis, and who Josh Passion was a teammate of mine at Arizona, and to see how, just how a head coach works, where he would meet with us in the morning. He would then have to go meet and, go speak somewhere or go meet with some of the alumni, come back, have a meeting right before practice, maybe again, go somewhere, have to speak again, and then sometimes come into practice in a suit and tie and literally take his tie off, change his shoes, and he's in there practicing. Right after practice, he would get done, talk with us again about where we're going to recruit and talk about some different things, and then he's going to a dinner. And so it's kind of thinking, it was just crazy to think like how, just again, he's remembering all the stuff that we have to do, what's going on. And it's just like he was just going. I'm thinking, oh, that's unbelievable. And then next thing you know, a year later, I'm a head coach at IPY. So I think between Josh, Fagan, and Coach Moser, I just think that I was lucky enough to be with three different guys that are winners, three different guys that know the business, three different guys that, again, I till this day, I still call about questions. So it was a blessing that I had those three. I had three different coaches, but they're all really good guys and really good coaches.
Some great names that you brought up. First thing that comes to mind, Porter Moser, with his Final Four run a couple of years ago with Loyola Chicago. So absolutely some great names to bring up. Looking ahead to North Central basketball specifically, what sort of identity do you want to create with this team?
We want to play up tempo. I think that, I think with the athletes that we have over there, I think that, we want to push the pace. And I think that's how every kid today wants to play anyway. And I think it's a way, honestly, too, when if you're fortunate enough to have 9 or 10 guys, when you're pressing and you're playing fast, that's just a way to get a lot more guys on the court. A lot more guys are going to be a lot tired quicker. So I definitely think that's a way to be able to play guys, keep guys happy. And the other deal, I think that, so as far as up tempo and, we want to be known as defensively. I mean, we want to play passing lanes. We want to get steals. We want to get deflections. And again, I think that just kind of creates, easier opportunities for us. And again, I think using our speed, using our quickness, using our athleticism.
I think Panther fans are going to be, well, I'm sure they're more than excited to see a fellow Panther alum returning in the head coaching role, but to also be a mentor for guys on this team, especially guys like Leland Walker, who, has high hopes himself. I know he's been mentioned already as, a potential candidate for Mr. Basketball in 2022. What are you looking forward to specifically with working with some of these kids?
I just think getting to know them. I just think that I think that they all have aspirations of playing in college and playing professionally. But I think really just I think it's I think as a coach, I think the great thing about it is that seeing how these guys, from year to year, and then obviously when they leave your program, just the maturity to things that they handle in life, to being able to come back and having those experiences and coming back talking to our younger guys. So that's what I look forward to. But again, being a township kid, being 4 years at North Central, I'm just excited to kind of just get back and being around the community. Hearing that Panther roar at during when you make a big run or you get that dunk, I'm excited about that. So even though it probably sounds kind of kiddish, but those are things that I just remember. But so really just kind of just getting back and kind of just really just enjoying the community, enjoying this crowd.
Awesome. Well, like I said, I know the North Central community, they're more than thrilled to be seeing you coming back in the head coaching position. And Jason, thanks again for your time today, and hopefully looking forward to seeing you on the sidelines this basketball season.
Thank you.